Wrong! How many times do I have to tell you for you to understand? Why won't you follow my recipes, Shohei Nanami? You of all people should be able to do this when you're a chef that can create perfect dishes. Shut up! It's way more delicious this way. Cooking should be about the flavor. The flavors are everything. Hey, calm down, Shohei. That's rude to the head chef. Calm down. This flashy dish that's only about how it looks? It doesn't even taste good. This isn't real cooking. Shohei, you don't understand anything. If you can't follow my instructions like this anymore, then get out! And don't ever show your face around here ever again! Sure, gladly. I'd be happy to quit a place like this. It's hot. It's way too hot. The blaring sun was making me thirsty as the sweat was dripping down my face and washing away all of my hard work. Damn it. What's the value of cooking anymore? What's a chef like that doing just because he's the head chef? Even if I'm complaining, it doesn't change the situation, and it doesn't fill my stomach either. On top of that, I don't have any more money. This is all I have left? I can't even buy chocolate with this these days. And of course, I managed to drop my bag somewhere that had my wallet and cell phone in it. How unlucky can one be? This is bad. This is bad. How am I supposed to live? I don't know. Wait, no! Crap! 5 cents! That was the last of my assets! If I lose that, then I really don't have a penny to my name! Even if it's only 5 cents, it's still better than nothing! Wait! Please wait! Ugh! Not long after I tried to run after it, my body gave in to my empty stomach and reached its limit. I can't anymore. This is bad. Wait, is this how my life is going to end?
What? Hey, are you okay?
Who is it? Why does it feel warm and soft? With the light of the sun shining down on her, her chestnut-colored hair was glistening. Standing there, surrounded by the rays of sunshine, was almost like an angel?
You're eating so much.
This is so good. What is this curry? How is it so good? It's too good. This ramen too. So good. I could keep eating forever. It wasn't just a simple miso ramen. The soup had depth to it. And the faint smell of garlic invites even more of an appetite. Delicious, delicious, delicious! When someone's this happy about it, that's what makes it worth making. Thank you very much. Man, I'm so full. I'm so happy to be alive. All right. You really ate a lot. How is it? Our food's pretty good, isn't it?
Here, for you. Tea for after your meal.
Oh, thank you very much. I don't know what to say after you've brought me back to life. Oh, this is what they mean by the light at the end of the tunnel.
You're so dramatic. You should always help those in need.
So what happened to you, young man? It's pretty rare to see a man collapse like that these days. About that, a lot happened, and I suddenly got fired, and I'm currently unemployed without any income either. On top of that, I left my bag with my wallet and my cell phone in it somewhere, and all I have left is 5 cents. I don't know what to say, but you're really unlucky, young man.
If you'd like. Here, you can use this as an immediate loan.
What?
You can return it once you've found your wallet.
No! There's no way I can let a young woman that I only just met and don't know do so much for me!
My name is Monica Nabakura. This is my father, Shikihizo Nabakura. And what's your name?
Oh, yes. My name is Shohei Nanami. But...
There. Now we're finished with our introductions to each other. So now we know each other.
What, are we? Is it that simple? You should just take it, young man. When my daughter gets like this, she can't be stopped. And plus, you can't do anything without money, can you? That's true. The fact is that at this rate, there's nothing I can do. I'm very sorry. I will borrow it. A few weeks later... Anytime I come here, it's always so busy. There were people overflowing every table, and you could hear lively voices coming from every direction.
Here, the katsu curry. Thanks for your patience.
Oh, here it is! Here it is! The smell, the volume, I can barely handle it!
I've never seen someone get so excited over curry. But thank you for always favoring us. We appreciate it.
Oh, please. If the food is this delicious, with such big portions, I would come here every day if I could. That's right. The day I collapsed and went there was the start of me being a regular at this lunch cafeteria, Tamawari. I found my bag and the contents of it, and I somehow found a part-time job too. I was able to return the money that I borrowed, and everything was great.
Yes, the stamina ramen coming right up. Please wait a few minutes.
Ah, this is so nice. She's so bright and positive and kind. She really is like an angel. Just looking at her smile full of love makes my heart full. I can only get 2 bowls of curry in my stomach. Well, that should be more than enough to eat, shouldn't it? Mr. Nabekura? What about the kitchen? The customers are slowly leaving, and the time is the time. I'm taking a little break. Oh, now that I look around, the restaurant had emptied out around me. I was too focused on my food and on Miss Nanoka, so I didn't notice. As usual, you didn't notice. Do you like our food that much? Yes, well, of course. It's this delicious and this cheap, and on top of that, the food comes out so fast. That's a given. That's the 3 foundations of a lunch cafeteria. Cheap, fast, delicious. All of our customers, they come here in between work or during their breaks, or on their way home. And our restaurant is here to satisfy those people's stomachs and hearts. To satisfy your customers' stomachs and hearts? Yeah, that's right. This isn't an expensive restaurant here. We have a certain customer base. It's not a place to force your flavors onto the customer. You provide the customer with what they want. Well, I'm only stating the obvious. I never once thought about that before. I just always thought that the food I made was the best. And the end goal, perhaps I'm not actually fit to be a chef after all. No matter how many restaurants I go to, there's always problems. Maybe I'm lacking the most fundamental part that's required of being a chef. But every time I was in my head, Miss Manoka and her father would always warmly welcome me there. Watching the 2 of them embody those 3 fundamentals of a cafeteria and work so hard for their customers, eventually, I started to be dazzled by them. However, not long after that. Closed? Due to sudden illness of the owner? Wait, Mr. Nabekura! I wonder if he's okay. And Miss Monoka too! They didn't have much staff, and the restaurant was essentially run by the 2 of them. I was instantly overcome with a bad feeling, and that bad feeling was about to be correct in the worst possible way. Oh, it's finally open today. They're open. I see. Mr. Nabekura must have made a recovery. Yes? Excuse me? Wait, what's this? What is this? Something's wrong. This is exactly lunchtime. The seats should be full, but the place was completely empty. Are they taking a break? But there's no way that's the case. I'm sure the sign was up outside.
Welcome to... Oh, Mr. Nanami.
What on earth is going on? Like this, at lunchtime?
It is strange, isn't it? I just can't do it alone anymore, and...
Wait, Miss Monoka? What? Your dad is still in the hospital?
Yes, apparently it's a bit of a difficult surgery, and including the physical rehabilitation, it's going to be a very long time before he's discharged. But we can't keep the restaurant closed forever, and I need to earn money for the medical expenses too. But with only my 2 hands, I just can't get the same flavors out that my dad does, and...
And that bandage?
I was practicing how to cook the dishes earlier, and I got a really deep cut by accident. And then I've been left with some after effects. If I'm just carrying things, then it's fine. But things like heavy pots and knives are... And the cherry on top, I even caused a kitchen fire. And all the recipes that my dad left behind, I accidentally burned.
I could see the exhaustion all over her face. She had dark bags under her eyes as well. I can only imagine that she's not getting any proper rest these days. With that hand, even the prep for the cooking would take a long time. The red, swollen fingertips were proof of that, and just looking at them made me overwhelmed with an uncontainable feeling.
Even though I tried to remember and copy the dishes, the flavors are terrible. And I make the customers wait a long time too. And then they all stopped coming. And even though I'm trying to hire someone to help, nobody has come. And I just don't know what to do anymore. Even though I promised my mom that I would support Dad in her place. But even then, I just can't do Tamawari alone. I can't even protect my mom and Dad's restaurant.
I'm really sorry, Miss Monoka. If you'll excuse me.
Mr. Nanami? That's the kitchen there.
On top of excusing me, one more thing. I want you to show me the kitchen. I promise I won't do anything bad. This order, and these ingredients, I see. So that's what that means.
Mr. Nanami? Did you figure something out?
I knew it. Your dad really is amazing. He takes 1 or 2 modifications, and that's why even with those cheaper ingredients, he can make it work like this. There!
You're so fast! You have no hesitation with the knife and your cooking moves are so smooth. Mr. Nanami, who are you? This is it! My dad's curry!
I knew it. That slight bitterness that goes with a sweet curry, in order to deepen the flavors of the roux, your dad was putting in a touch of instant coffee. Instead of throwing away the vegetable cutoffs, he was boiling them into a broth. It takes a lot of time, but by doing that, you can avoid wasting any ingredients.
You were able to see through all of it just by tasting with your tongue?
No, but it's not perfect yet. I can usually replicate dishes that I've tasted myself, and from the list of ingredients, I can figure out the general proportions. But it's not like I've had all of the dishes at this restaurant before. In that case, there is a limit to my imagination.
What?
And that's exactly why I need your help. You've been watching your dad by his side, and you've tasted his food more than anybody, because it's you, Miss Monoka. I will be your hands and fingers instead.
Mr. Nanami.
Will you let me help you? To protect the flavors of this restaurant? This is the least I can do. For you guys, who saved my life that day.
Yes! Please! Thank you!
From that day forwards, we started our grand plan to get customers back to Tamawari. How's that?
I feel like the miso is a little bit too thick.
I stewed it for too long. Well then, next time I'll...
Tamawari is back! Please come try us at least one time. If you bring this flyer to the restaurant, we will give you a discount on one small dish for free.
Alright, I don't know if it'll be a hit, but it's better than doing nothing. In order to have people know our flavors, this is a limited time offer. By cutting some costs, somehow we can sell it for $1. And if you add a soup...
Let's do it. Let's try anything and everything.
We sold takeaway bento boxes in front of the restaurant and handed out flyers. We started with what we could do, one by one. From the cooking to the customer engagement, we put our all into it. Oh, this is delicious! This is it! The flavor of Tamawari! And plus this portion! It's the same as when the old man was in charge! Ah, I'm so glad! One of my favorite restaurants is back to what it used to be!
Oh, the restaurants. The customers. They're coming back.
Hey now, there's no time for crying right now. The miso ramen and the omelet are about to be ready. There are customers who come here for your smile too, you know, Miss Monoka. You gotta get it together. You're the poster girl.
Yes! Thank you for your patience. Wow, it's delicious! This amu rice is so fragrant in such a homely way.
Yeah, when I was putting in the ingredients, I stir-fried it with the ketchup in the pan first. It's the same with Neapolitan pasta. If you do it like this, the flavors get deeper.
I'm so happy that I get to have something so delicious as my staff meal.
I think I had it wrong all this time.
What?
I always thought that cooking should just be delicious, and that was enough. And I thought that my flavors were the best, and the one and only. And to anyone who didn't understand that, I belittled them for having no taste. And I took a lot of pleasure in that. But after I started coming to this restaurant, and I watched your dad work, I learned from his example how terrible it is to force your flavors upon people when it's not what they asked for. That's right. Customers aren't just there because they want to have my flavors when I can't see them. They come here to have the flavors of this tamawari. And that's, well, it was the same at that one restaurant too.
But I love the food that you make, Mr. Nanami.
What?
I love your flavors. There's no such thing as a taste that doesn't change. This restaurant has continued since my grandfather's generation, but over the many years, we've made a lot of adjustments to the menu, and little by little, it should have changed all this time. That's right. I think we should include a menu by you, Shohei. By adding this extra thing to the current menu, we'll be invincible!
Miss Monoka.
Thank you, Mr. Nanami. It's all thanks to you that the restaurant's customers have all come back. Truly, thank you so much.
I could feel the warmth of her gratitude through her hands. That warmth made me overwhelmingly happy and made my heart skip a beat. Why is it that her smile was this blinding? And was it always shining this much? She's so beautiful. It's the same as when I met her. No, more than that day. Her smile hits my heart even more than before. My heart was beating so loud that I was worried that she might hear how loud my heart was beating out of my chest. And I just couldn't bring myself to let go of this warmth in my hands. Oh, thank you for coming. Sir, how you feeling? You idiot, this is nothing. I can handle this easily.
Come on, stop acting so tough. You can't push yourself too much, all right?
I know.
Do you, though? If you get in trouble with the doctors and nurses again, that's not going to be my problem.
I won't push it anymore. More importantly, I'm thirsty. Can you bring me some tea or something?
This time you promised, so you better not try to sneak out of your bed again.
I guess you can't win against your daughter either. Well, she's a daughter that I got when I was already pretty old, so I just can't bring myself to fight back against her, especially because I lost my partner when she was still young. She's a good girl. You're important to her from the bottom of her heart. That's why she's worried. Yeah, I know. She's a daughter that's almost wasted on me. More importantly. Sir? I'm sorry. I caused you a lot of trouble. Please, stop that! Cut it out! I heard it all. How much you've done for Tamawari, for that girl, how hard you've been working. I just did that on my own. And plus, if you guys hadn't been so kind to me, my life would have been over a long time ago. That doesn't even amount to the gratitude I feel. You're a good guy. You really are. No wonder my daughter trusts her heart with you. I'm relieved. The surgery went fine, and the rehabilitation is steady too. I should be able to get out of the hospital soon. Hey, when that happens...
I'm back. Wait, what's the matter?
No, it's nothing. I was just saying how relieved I am that you two are getting along so well. I hope you two keep your relationship in moderation, especially since a young man and a young woman are together from morning until night.
Hey, Dad! Come on, stop saying such weird things. I'm truly sorry, Mr. Nanami, that my dad would say something so out of line.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Are you sure?
This is awkward. I don't know what to talk about with her. Damn it, am I a middle school kid? What's wrong with me? But even still, I'm really glad about your dad. He won't have any after effects, and he'll be able to get out of the hospital soon. I guess it'll be time that I won't be needed anymore.
What?
That's right. At the end of the day, I was just taking her dad's place until he could get out of the hospital. If he's able to come back to the restaurant without any issues, then there's no reason for me to be at the restaurant anymore. Why is this? The moment I realized that, I felt a sharp pain deep in my heart, and I couldn't help but feel sad about it. Well, if possible, I would be happy if you guys could keep me hired for a little bit longer. You know, in this day and age, I can't find another job that easily. It's not like me either. I just couldn't bring myself to say that I would be leaving this restaurant, and before I knew it, my mouth was moving to try to cover it up.
You're right. It is going to take a little bit more time before my dad can come back to the workplace anyway. Look, there's somebody standing in front of the restaurant. Pardon me, today is our day that we're closed.
Oh, is that so? But actually, this works out better. I came here to talk to the man standing next to you, miss. Mr. Kayaku? Long time no see, Nanami. You look like you're doing well. I was shocked. Standing there was the chef and my senior colleague from the restaurant I was working at previously, Mr. Kayaku. I haven't seen you since you got into a fight with the head chef and got kicked out of that restaurant. You're looking very refreshed and happy. Pardon me, even though this was your day off, you not only let me into your restaurant, but you're giving me food.
It's our pleasure, because you're Mr. Nanami's senior colleague after all. I will be over here, so please enjoy your time.
I'm sorry, Miss Monoka. Yeah, delicious. You've become a really good chef. What is it, coming out of nowhere? I saw your social media, and I actually came to secretly eat at this restaurant before. I was shocked. The old you had the bad habit of believing that your flavors were the only flavors that could exist, and tried to force it upon the customers. But look at you now. You've grown a lot, Nanami. You seem a lot more relaxed, too, and your guard isn't up anymore. No matter where you go now, I'm sure you could work anywhere. Sir? Listen, Nanami. I'm going to be independent now. I'm going to open my own restaurant. And I'm looking for talented chefs to join me there. I came here to scout you. Please, I want you to come to my restaurant as my right-hand man. And I promise to welcome you with a very beneficial package. No way. But I'm not saying immediately. You still have time. So take your time to think about it. A few days later. Wow, this really is the best. The smell of this restaurant, isn't it? I can't relax if I don't smell this air. Congratulations on your discharge from the hospital, Mr. Nabekura. Please, let me make you something to celebrate. I know, how about the curry? Hey, did something happen? You're acting kind of strange. You're even talking so formally to me of all people. That's not the case at all. I'm just really excited that you were safely able to come back to the restaurant, sir. I want you to come to my restaurant as my right-hand man. I can't do this. Ever since then, Mr. Kayaku's words wouldn't get out of my head. No matter how much I slept and woke up, I couldn't calm down. What's the matter with me? When there shouldn't be anything to contemplate here. His restaurant is definitely going to be top class, and there, I'll get to be his chef de cuisine. That's a job offer of my dreams.
I think that you should accept it. That offer that you have.
Miss Monoka? Wait a minute. Were you listening to my conversation with...
I'm very sorry. I couldn't help it but eavesdrop. But what an amazing offer! You're going to be the right-hand man to an executive chef at a high-end restaurant, right? There's nothing for you to debate about. If it's this restaurant, we're fine now. My father has returned, and I think I've gotten a little bit better at cooking myself, too. You're an amazing chef, after all, Mr. Nanami. So you should be working at a place much more suitable for you than a place like this.
At that moment, I saw it. I couldn't help but see it. Even though she was looking at me with a warm smile, I could see a small tremble on her shoulders.
We have to tell everyone everywhere what an amazing chef you are. The seasoning is amazing. It's delicious, and exactly what my father's flavors are. Thank you very much, Mr. Nanami. Truly, thank you. Mr. Nanami?
I want to stay at this restaurant. From now on, in this kitchen, I want to continue making the flavors of Tamawari. I want to continue seeing the faces of the customers that love the food here. By your side, Miss Monoka.
You can't, because I can't get... There's nothing I can do for you.
That's not true at all. The most important flavor to me is something that only you can complete. Please smile, Miss Monoka. Ever since that day, when you saved me on the street, ever since then, more than anything, that smile of yours has fulfilled my heart until now.
Mr. Nanami, Shohei, please don't go. I don't want you to go anywhere.
I won't. Thank you, Shohei. A few years went by from there.
Welcome to Tamawari.
Aw, look at you. You've gotten so big. You look just like Shohei back in the day.
Oh, Mr. Kayaku, welcome. Listen to this, mister. I can make a specialty curry all by myself now.
Wow, that's amazing. I would love to try that one then.
It's super delicious. Even Grandpa complimented it.
Look at you. I guess the restaurant won't have any problems with the next generation then.
Yeah, I'm going to be a chef just like my dad. And I'm going to make this restaurant bigger and bigger.
Is that so? Well, I can't wait to see that. Sheesh, that big attitude. Who does he think he is? I wonder who he got that from.
Well, who do you think it could be?
Are we that much alike?
Let's see, you're exactly alike. From that big attitude to your obsession with cooking, too. And the people-loving, kind side of you that can't leave anyone in trouble alone. My favorite part of you, too. Thank you for watching. How was today's video? Please check out our other videos as well.